G'day guys, my name is Jim Infinite and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Metroid series, and I'm going to be talking a bit about the lack of a milestone celebration for the Metroid series in its 30th anniversary year. Also, I'm going to be mentioning the disappointing state of the series in its current form, and finally discussing a few of the outstanding indie games that are really carrying on Metroid's legacy and giving you a real reason to celebrate the influence that Metroid has had on the gaming industry. So today is August 8th, 2016, and 2 days ago was the 30th anniversary of the release of Metroid for the Famicom in Japan. But really, I wouldn't have even known because Nintendo didn't say shit about it. They haven't really celebrated the franchise's history in any way, and they haven't acknowledged how pivotal the game has been for modern gaming, which is really quite sad. And yeah, look, maybe one of the reasons for this may have been that Metroid has had some rough times in recent years, and it's definitely seen a bit of a decline in popularity and in the game quality as the franchise has changed. Look, I'm definitely not the most qualified person to analyze the newer Metroid Prime games and all that, or where they fall short of the mark and how they compare to the original games, but I do feel that Metroid has shifted away from what made it so good and the core elements that made it successful and satisfying, and I think most people could agree about that. I mean, look at the new 3DS game that they're releasing. I'll put a link down in the description to that. It looks like just another average FPS game that happens to be set in the Metroid universe. So if, like me, you're a bit disappointed with where Metroid has ended up, then don't despair, because there's some great indie games out there for you to check out that have really carried on the legacy of Metroid. I'm going to talk about 4 of them right now, and you can check them all out, and I'm going to give you a rundown and just a few of my thoughts on each one of them. The first of these games is called Axiom Verge, and it's an awesome spiritual successor to Metroid that has been developed and created by one guy named Thomas Happ, and props to him because it really lives up to Metroid. It's got a similar aesthetic, there's alien looking worlds and crazy machines. It's got a large array of powers for you to find and use, tons of secrets, you glitch out, you know, it's a total trip, and I'm actually currently doing a playthrough of this game and thoroughly enjoying it. So if you're interested in looking at that, I'll put a link down in the description to some of those videos and you can check it out below. The second game is titled AM2R, and that is a fan remake of Metroid 2: The Return of Samus for Game Boy. It is newly released and full color, made in the same aesthetic style as Super Metroid and Zero Mission, and the crazy thing about this is it really feels like Nintendo released this one themselves. It feels like a remake, as in they remade Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It feels like they've redone this game. And I've actually played the first level of it and I was hooked from the start. You can play it for free, so I'll actually put a link to the website and download link in the description if you're interested, and it's definitely worth checking out, so don't hesitate. The third game is called Headlander. It's a newly released Metroidvania in a 1970s retro sci-fi aesthetic. You're essentially a floating head a la Richard Nixon from Futurama, and you're able to attach your head to different bodies and utilize that. There's Metroid style shooting combat, it's a 2D side scroller, and there looks like there's a healthy dose of puzzle solving so that you can get to use that head of yours. I actually haven't played this one, but it has gotten some great reviews, some very positive reviews, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in playing another Metroid style game. The fourth and final game is not one you can play right now, but it is one to keep an eye on for the future. It's called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and it's actually just a Kickstarter project at the moment of Koji Igarashi, who was assistant director on Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's the same sort of game as Symphony of the Night. It's got RPG elements, Metroidvania exploration, and Castlevania combat. It has already got tons of support and it's pretty far in development, but you can still donate towards it as they are still adding stuff to the game. I will put some footage from E3 down in the description and, you know, attach a link to that for you to check out, because it's definitely something that I myself am going to play in the future and you should check out too. So there you go guys, there's 4 games that you can go check out for yourself. Go play them and celebrate the 30th anniversary of Metroid. It's a great series that has really pioneered so much for the gaming industry, and it's a pity for it not to be celebrated for the awesome things that it's introduced to the gaming industry. So thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Jim Infinite, and I will see you in the next video.